Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to sign it into my own. Oh boy. Let's see if I can do this. I can do it. Nope. Oops. Okay. You can do it. Nick, what are you using to record the session?
A program called OBS Studio or something.
Is that going to be like a huge file and you need to zip it up?
I don't think so. Technically, 1 second.
Okay, okay, yeah, just don't broadcast it because of, thank you. All right, great, thank you so much. And is that too much time for you to kind of set it all up? Okay, great, thank you so much. I really appreciate it because I don't know how to do it. Okay, so I was looking at the schedule. Next week review, I'm actually thinking there may be like overlap. Now, where's my paper? Overlap time, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because I like to leave Thursday free so I can prepare for the exam myself. So I'm just gonna run it through you guys, okay? So Monday, 4 to 5:30. Is that okay for everybody here?
On Monday?
Yeah.
Well, we have our regular 12:30 to 1:30. I might extend that up to 5 minutes till 2 because 2 o'clock I've got something. So keep time for me. So 12:30 to 2, and then again 4 to 5:30. Will you all come?
Yeah.
I will, yeah.
Okay, that's next Monday. I will broadcast it. I will announce it, but I want to run through you guys first because you are all the regulars. And then on Tuesday, 8 to 9:30, well, 5 till. And then again, 5 to 6:30, our regular time. That one I cannot run too much over because they might lock me in and I want to go home. And then Wednesday, we're just going to have like from 8 o'clock through, well, 8:05. Because I need to check myself in. 8:05 through 11. So that's going to be like a 3-hour thing. Then we can really go through a lot of problems. Would that be okay with you guys? You might get fried. Your brain will be fried after that.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
That's okay? Because otherwise Wednesday, there are some limitation for some people. Wednesday. Let's see, what's my Wednesday like? And then we'll see how it goes. If we need to, then we can have another session. But I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be so fried, you can't move after that. Because I do have a session from 11 to 12:30. If we have to, if we don't, we still have, questions and stuff like that, we can come back again after 12:30 and do another one. So 3 hours broken up on Monday, 3 hours broken up on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to fry our brain. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need from you guys as a favor for you and I is that clean up your reference sheet this weekend. Clean up your reference sheet. Have your reference sheet next to you. Which I'm not going to introduce any more new concept. Well, I say that, but I still have to walk you through the things that I didn't cover. I'm going to walk you through one problem, and then we're just going to do problems after problem. We're going to try and cover every single topic. And then if we have time and we have covered everything, we can come back and recover things that hopefully I have a chance to ask you, okay, so I've covered everything. What else do you want to revisit? Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I will announce that on the announcement by this weekend, but at least you have the preliminary time. So 5-4. Let me just write this down very quickly. 4. I'm surprised so few people. So Nick, you're starting your recording? Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's start with this. Yesterday, we kind of do a little bit with a coordinate. So today, we're going to do graphs and data table. So what you do with a graph, if you're given a graph like this, there's no specific point given to you. What you want to do when you're shifting a graph is that you pick some point where is very obvious the coordinate, very obvious coordinate. Like for example, I would pick maybe this one. So it looks like a 1, 3. Yeah. And then maybe I'll pick this one that looks like a, let's pretend it is 4, -2. Okay. And then I'm going to put this point, which looks like a 7, 4. Okay. Pick like strategic points where you can see like, you know, a shape of that. And then when you're moving these 3 points. But what's important is that when you start having 2 points that you move, start drawing the line, start connecting the line, because the graph may not be this simple. The graph could look like, I don't know, like that. Okay. If you don't start connecting the points as you're shifting them, you have all these dots all over the place. You don't know which dot connects to which dot, especially when there's reflection. So I would suggest that you do one step at a time. Like likely use a pencil or, you know, or use the coordinate to kind of start shifting, and then draw your final graph on the final graph paper for your submission. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Quiet means very worrying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you pick the points, move the points first, because it's easier to move to kind of maneuver the points, writing it down, than drawing, because eventually if you have a very long, big, fat equation like this, especially like this, where everything is in there, you're going to have a lot of lines. Okay. I have done one in my notes where it looks, let me see. Like super ugly. Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, you don't know which is your final graph. So it might be a good idea to just kind of like pick the points, work on the points, and then draw the graphs. And you can actually even write all of this down on your test paper. Okay. So with this one, let's work on this one first. Let's write down every single step. What do we do first?
You do the parentheses first.
Okay, parentheses first, that will be f of x plus 3. And what is this movement?
Shift left 3.
Shift left 3. Changes
X.
x. Then what is the second? Do everybody agree?
Yeah.
Don't just follow what, don't just trust what is being said, because as you can tell from last night, mistakes are made. What's the next thing? Zach, try the next one.
Up one.
What?
Or do you do the stretch first or the stretch next?
Yes, the multiplication. So nothing, everything in the parentheses is already done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're going to move out of the parentheses. You're going to start with multiplication first and then add or minus. What would it be?
So your times by 2.
Yeah, you're going to do this, right? And what is this movement?
Times 2.
Which is what? What's the transformation for this that I need to times 2?
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Do you all have your reference sheets next to you?
No, I didn't put this in my reference sheet just yet. It's in my notebooks.
Okay. Open up your notebook to yesterday's note. I want you guys to get comfortable using that. So everybody have notes or reference sheet, whatever from yesterday, place it next to you. You're going to be referring to it a lot.
It's a vertical stretch and it changes Y.
Yeah, vertical stretch. Vertical stretch by
2.
by 2. Changes?
Y.
Why? How?
By stretching it.
How? What's the mode of operation?
Times 2.
Times 2. So if you write all of this down, when you actually start moving the points, you don't have to think. You just follow the instruction. Okay. Nick, what's the third one? Okay, so I'm using the last of the, I'm using the last of the equation, right? Okay, shift up 1, changes Y. Yes, okay. Now, so see, this is how I list it all down. Even in the test paper, I list it all down. I write all of this, especially when it comes to stretching and compression. I actually write the operation there, okay? And if you want, you can also write the operation for this one. So if I shift left, do I plus or minus 3?
Minus.
Minus 3. If I shift up, do I plus or minus 1? Kaylee?
+1.
Plus 1, okay? If you want, you can write that operation here. So then now I'm ready to shift my stuff. What I'm going to do is that I would write here, working with 1, 3, 4, -2, and 7, 4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list it down here. 1, 3, okay, 4, -2, and 7, 4. Okay, so this is what I'm going to work with. This is my original, okay? So for this one, shift left 3 changes X. That means my Y stays the same, yes? All of my Y stays the same, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see what I'm doing? I don't have to think about my Y. Then I'm going to look at what my X is going to be. Oh, X minus 3. 1 minus 3 is -2. 4 minus 3 is 1. 7 minus 3 is 4. Can you see this light blue?
Yeah,
Or is that too blur?
I
You
can
want me to
see
use-
it.
You can see it? Everybody, no problem? Let me use green.
I can see
Okay.
it.
Okay. All right. Now, next one, the next step, I'm following what the new coordinates that I already obtained, okay? Because it's the next movement. So this one, vertical stretch by 2 changes Y. Oh, my X doesn't change, right? Oops. My X doesn't change. So I'm just going to write my X down. It changes Y. 1, 4. Okay. What does it change to? Oh, my Y multiplied by 2. So 3 times 2, 6. -2 times 2, -4. 4 times 2, 8. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Then my final one. Oh, this one changes Y. My X doesn't change. -2, 1, 4. Okay. So changes Y. How? Oh, Y plus 1. So am I using this coordinate? Hello? Am I using this coordinate?
The X coordinate.
Well, am I using, which set of coordinate am I using? There's a lot of coordinates here. Am I using coordinate 1, coordinate 2, or coordinate 3? 3. I'm using the latest coordinate, okay? Because it's one changes on top of the other. So I'm going to use this one. 6 plus 1 is 7. -4 plus 1 is -3. 8 plus 1, that's 9. So this is my final point because I have no more instruction, no more changes, right? No more transformation. So then I'm going to come to my graph and say, oh, so I'm going to do this. -2, 7, -2, -2, 7. -2, 7. And then I have 1, -3. 1, -3. Okay. I have 2 points here, right? Already have 2 points. So I'm going to draw the line first. Okay. And then you can clean up after that. And then the last one is 4, 9. 4, oh boy. 8, 9. 9. 4, 9. Pretend it is here because I cannot go any further. So, oops, wait, hang on. This is supposed to be a point. 1, -3. 1, -3. Because this point is the vertex, yes? So that's my changes. Is that easier?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if your graph looks kind of off a little bit, you have this to show them these are the 3 points. And you're working with these 3 points that you pick strategically where, you know, especially when there's a bend, pick that point where there's a bend, where there is a change in direction, pick that point because that's going to be your change. Okay. The end points are good to pick too. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It looks like there's a little bit more work than is necessary, but hey, you're eliminating a lot of mistakes this way, right? And if you have to use color pencil, you can use color pencil. It's not a problem. Okay. And I think, I feel that adding this column here is a good way to make sure you cover everything within the equation. You're not missing anything. But look, notice that what I work on first, the thing that I shift first, I write it like that. The second shift, I add to what I've written for the first transformation. I add to it. And then eventually I'm going to check this equation against the equation that's given to me to see, did I have everything that is given? Okay, and if you want, you can even write down the points like that. Question. Okay. You want, you can take a screenshot on this one. I'm going to erase the conversion or transformation of this graph. I'm going to use another one to do the same with the same graph. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to erase the graph. 1, 2, 3, gone. Okay, same graph. All right. Same what do you call that? I'm going to use the same point to work on, but I'm going to change my equation to a bigger equation, which is this one. Let me move our faces away. Okay. So tell me, how many transformation is there in this equation?
Five?
5. What about the rest of you?
I think 5.
5, okay.
6, I think, or 7.
6 or 7? Who hasn't answered yet? 6. Who hasn't answered yet? Alexa? Alexa, are you here? Okay, let's count. So I have, this is 1, right? This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And this is 6. So I have horizontal compression and then reflection against y axis. And then I have to move left or right. Then I have a vertical stretch, reflection against x-axis, and move up or down. So there's 6 transformation altogether. Okay, but before I can start moving them, what do I need to do?
Factor out the 3, -3.
Yes. So before you do any transformation, factor out -3 from f of -3x plus 6. So I'm going to rewrite my equation up with the factoring it out. Okay, g of x equals to -2 f of -3 x plus, is it plus?
No,
No, it will be
minus.
minus, is it 6?
It would be 2.
2, okay? And then plus or minus?
Plus
Plus 1 or 1/3?
1.
1, because the factoring out is only inside the parentheses. Do you all see that? Kiara, can you copy the sign-in link for Alexa, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, now we can start moving. What's the first step?
The -3.
What do I do with the -3? So I'm gonna write here. You want to do 2 at a time? Let me write it a little bit to the side. What formula, which part of the formula would I be working with? Which one? There's a lot of elements inside the parentheses. No. Yes. So I would say f of 3x, yes? This one, right? Okay. So what kind of movement is this?
Horizontal compression.
Horizontal compression. I'm going to write short form. I don't have enough space. Horizontal compression changes. Changes. X, how?
A fraction. So 1/3 times 1/3.
Multiply, yes, multiply 1/3. Good. Okay. And then
Then you do the reflection.
yes, good. F of negative 3x. Reflect across which axis?
Y-axis.
Y-axis. Changes
X.
X, how?
Make it negative.
Yeah, multiply by just negative value, right? Just a negative sign. Okay, what's the third one? I'm gonna erase this so I have more space. I know I'm gonna run out of space. What's the third action? Transformation.
Shift right.
F of negative 3, x minus 2. Yes. Shift right. How many?
2.
2. Changes.
X
X, how?
plus 2.
Plus 2. Good. Next. Zach, you want to give it a try? I always catch you on the
Yeah,
same one.
You always catch me on this one.
I know.
What's up?
I just realized that when I call your name.
Changes Y and it times by 2.
Okay. What do I put as the equation?
Oh, F.
Nope. Nope.
No. What?
No. I'm
Well,
done.
I was-
Where the parenthesis is concerned, I'm done, right?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
2. I'm gonna say
Two.
2. Yeah. F,
What?
And then just keeps following on,
Yeah. Good.
and then it's stretch 2.
Which way?
Vertical.
Yes.
Uh,
Vertical stretch by 2
Yeah.
changes.
Y, and it's
Y.
times 2.
Fabulous. You want to do the
Yeah.
next one? Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sorry. Okay, let's do the next one.
It's a reflect off the.
What do I write?
Oh, you're gonna write -2 f of x, or well, f -3 parentheses x minus 2.
Okay.
Reflect across y axis.
Reflect
Wait,
across.
hold on. I think it's y. No,
Is it
actually,
y-axis?
no, it's x-axis. I think
Yeah.
it's x-axis.
X-axis, yes, because it's going to change the whole of y, right?
Yeah.
So what does it change? I just told you the answer.
Changes y.
Yes, changes y. How?
By timesing negative.
Yeah, exactly. Fabulous. Nick. And Nick, I also catch you on the same one. Uh-huh. Wait. How? What's the transformation? Ah, yes. Shift up by how many? 1. Changes. Y. How? Yes. Fabulous. So you have 6, right? So it might be a good idea to just kind of like mark as to how many, and then you can confirm this one, and then this one is triple confirming that you did not lose anything and you have done all the movement. Okay, even though the reflection is with the multiplication, but do it as a separate step, just so that you know you don't lump everything together. All right, just as a safety measure. Okay, so now it's going to be a tight squeeze. I have 1, 3, 4, -2, 7, 4. Okay, so this one, what stays the same? X or Y for the first transformation?
Y.
Y. So I'm just going to write all my Y down because I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Let's use shocking pink. So my X, I'm going to multiply by 1/3, right? So this is going to be 1/3. Ooh, I don't like that. 4/3. This is going to be so ugly. 7/3. But we're going to work through this. Okay, now the second one, I'm going to use my new coordinates. And again, my Y is not changing. What changes is the X value. I just put a negative sign to each one, right? -1/3, -4/3, -7/3. All right. Then the next one, again, my Y stays the same. My X, add 2. This will be -7/3. This is 6. This will be 2/3. 6. This will be -1/3. Right? Now this one changes Y. So -7/3, 2/3, -1/3. Okay, changes Y. How? My Y value, I multiply by 2. So this is going to be 6. This is going to be -4. And this is going to be 8. And then again, this is going to change my Y. Oops. I did not put the shocking pink. y. So -7/3, 2/3, 1/3. And I just put a negative sign to it. So this is -4, -4 would be a +4, and this is -8. Right? Finally, changes y again. I don't have to worry about my x. Add 1. So add 1, -5. Add 1, 5. Add 1, -7. Now I'm ready to draw my graph. Okay, just make sure all the math is correct. Yes.
For the 1/3 on the very right side, why did that lose the negative sign?
Did I take away the negative sign? Oh, my bad. Sorry. Good catch. Wait, what color? This one. Good catch. Oops. Oops. Okay.
I also have a question.
Yes.
So it says it reflects off y and it also reflects off x-axis. Does that mean it's an odd function if we test it out?
Is it a what?
Odd function since it folds across y and the x-axis?
It would be odd. But we don't. It would be odd because we are, but okay. It will be neither because this one is a transformation. I don't have anything that I'm going to make this graph neat. So they will not ask you whether this is an odd or even function.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. So did I do the math correctly? Good catch, Kaylee. I must be hungry. I'm eating things up. Okay, so we ready? -7/3, that's -2 1/3. -2 1/3 and -5. Somewhere here. Okay, then 2/3 and 5. 2/3 and 5 here. So I got 2 points. I'm going to connect them first. Okay, so this is the vertex. And then -1/3 and -7. -1/3 and -7. So -7. -1/3, -7. So here. So, ooh, so see how it is compressed? There you go. It looks like it's a lot of work, but it's so straightforward. You don't have to worry about, wait. Which dot am I using now? Wait, where is it going? Is it going left or is it going right? So this is what I meant when you have more than, if you have 2 dots, you start connecting the line because if you dot everything, now you got 3 dots. Okay, you blinked. And then you're thinking, okay, which dot am I connecting this dot with this dot? Right? So anytime you have 2 dots, connect the line before you put in the 3rd dot. Okay? Question. Alexa, you're very quiet. Are you still here?
I'm here.
Okay. Are you following so far?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay, good. Question. How are you guys doing so far?
I'm good.
I'm good
Okay.
too.
Good.
Okay, Nick? Okay, So even by showing this, if you get something wrong here, or even with the calculation and everything, you show all the steps here. So if you make a mistake like what I did, my negative 1/3 becomes a positive 1/3. Obviously, my graph is not going to look like this anymore, right? Chances of points being taken out is minimum. If this is a 10-point question, and usually it will be a 10-point question, okay, you will probably just lose 1 point. So these are all worth it. All right, this is a form of checking. This is another form of insurance, checking that you've got everything. This will tell them that you know how to transform. Fine, you made the mistake. You were hungry. You have no food, no snack. You ate up the negative sign. Big deal. At the most, they're going to take off 1 point. Okay? So this is how we transform graphs. One step at a time. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. All right. Can I move on?
Yeah.
Okay, next. Again, this one. Let's do table first. Let's move this table down. I think I can move this table down. Okay. How many transformation is there in this formula?
I'm sorry, could you go back for just a second? I didn't get a screenshot of the last part. Thank you, I got it.
Okay, how many transformation does this one have?
Which
I
one?
think 5, I think.
This one. Kara says 5. What do you say, Zach?
It's 5 too.
5. Nick? 5. Alexa?
Yeah,
How many transformation here?
5.
5. Kaylee, do you agree?
I agree with 5.
Okay, yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's start. Oh, do we start? Can we start?
You have to factor out the 2.
Yes, factor out the 2. So g of x equals a negative 5 f of 2 times x, what?
Plus 2.
Minus.
Plus.
Oh, never mind.
Plus 2, then plus 3, yes? Okay, let's start. Okay, Zach, I'm gonna let you go
Wait,
first.
what happened to the 4? How does that
I
work?
factored 2 out. When I factored
Oh.
2 out, I factored 2 out from everything inside the parentheses.
Okay.
What happens if that
alright.
4 was a 5?
Say it again.
What happens if that 4 was a 5?
Then it is going to be 5/2.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So anything that is outside the parentheses has nothing to do with the factoring out, okay? All right, when I factor this out, I got to factor 2 out. 2 out, 2. 2 has to come out from here as well. I've got no more space to write up here, but let's see if I can do this. Yeah. All right. Okay, Zach, take the first one.
Okay, you're gonna shift
No,
left 2.
what do I do first? What's your insurance? You got to buy insurance.
I thought that was the insurance was the factor.
What's your checking point?
Someone help me.
What did I write first? No, what do I write first?
Oh, your equation first.
Yes, that's your insurance to check, to make sure that nothing is missed out, right?
So you're gonna write x plus 2 then?
No, do I do the plus first or do I do the multiplication first?
I guess you're gonna do the multiplication first.
Multiplication first. So I would write f of 2x. Okay. What kind of movement is this?
Horizontal compression.
Fabulous. Horizontal compress. Changes.
Changes the x
How?
by timesing 1/2.
1/2. Okay. Then next, Nick. Fabulous. Oops. Shift left 2 changes. How? -2. Okay. Okay, third one, Alexa. Alexa.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry,
You wanna
I'm
do-
having a hard time following along a little bit.
Are you okay with step 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Are you okay with this rewriting of the equation?
Yeah, a little bit. Is that part of the third section that for this week, the 6.3?
Everything is combined, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3.
Okay, because I didn't finish watching the section 3 video. That's the last one I have to finish. So
Okay.
that's maybe why I'm a little bit confused.
All right. Okay. Kaylee, then watch and see if you have any question. Kaylee?
Okay.
For number 3, you would do 5F
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and the 2 and x plus 2.
Yeah.
And then that would be a vertical stretch by 5.
Fabulous. Vertical stretch by 5. I didn't write here. By 1/2. Okay. Changes?
That would change y times
Why? How?
by multiplying by 5.
Fabulous. Okay. Kiara.
You do -5 f of 2 times x plus 2, which is reflect across the x-axis.
Reflect across x-axis. Wait. Yes. Okay. Changes?
Y.
Why? How?
Just times the negative.
This times the negative. Fabulous. You want to finish the last? Oh, wait, hang on. Alexa should be able to do the last one.
Would it be the same thing as above, but like shift up 3
Yes.
and then it
Plus 3, right?
mm-hmm.
So then it's going to shift up 3.
Mm-hmm.
Changes?
Changes y
How?
plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay. Any question with regards to the movement of every single step? All good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this first. Okay, let's do the table first. I'm going to do the first one. So what I'm going to do is that this is what I'm going to do. Okay, my first one, x f of x. So my first one changes x. Oh, my x is going to change. My y is not going to change. F of x is y, right? So what I do is I'm going to write down all my coordinates for y. Okay. What did I do with the first one? So this one is a horizontal compression by half. Changes x, multiply by half. So 0 times half?
0.
0. 1 times half?
Okay.
1 times half?
1/2.
1/2. 2 times half?
1.
1. Okay, next change. So this one, done. Second one, I am changing x again. Okay, change x, f of x. Same thing. Oops, 2, -1, 3, right? Okay. My x minus 2. 0 minus 2? -2. 1/2 minus 2?
-1.5.
-3/2. Okay. 1 minus 2? -1. Done. Third one. This one changes y. Okay. X, f of x. So -2, -3/2, -1. Okay. So changes y. How? Oh, multiply by 5. So 2 times 5, 10. -1 times 5, -5. 3 times 5, 15. This changing color is taking me on a spin. All right, the next one changes y again. So my x stays the same. -2, -3/2, -1, f of x. So it changes y again. How? Oh, I just gonna add a negative to every single one. Okay, so -10. -5 times -1 will be +5, and this is -15. All right, so this is done. Then finally, I don't have space, so I'm going to go here. X, f of x. Changes y again. So my x stays the same, -2, -3/2, -1. Changes my y, +3. -10 plus 3. -7. 5 plus 3, 8. -15 plus 3, -12. Done. This is my final answer. So if you have a table and you need to do so many transformation and you're afraid that your teacher do not know which one to pick, or you might think that your teacher is thinking that you're giving them a choice, this is how you report your final answer. So you're going to say transformation of g of x is write the whole table out again with your final answer, unless they actually give you a column to write the answer. -7, 8, -12, like that. Question? Alexa.
Yeah.
Which part of the 5 steps that you're not following just yet?
I think I'm starting to see it. I just
Uh-huh.
was a little confused, but I can see that like every step you just kind of do it in the order to get figure out
Yes.
your transformation. You just have to do it in the right order.
Exactly. So the order is, if you have a big fat equation like this. Now I'm working on a big fat equation because I want you to get very, very comfortable with it. It's like your second nature. But when they give you a very simple equation. Please do not forget how to do it. Okay, so what's the order? What's the first thing we need to take care of? Inside parentheses or outside parentheses?
Inside.
Inside parentheses first. And inside the parentheses, what do you need to do first? Yeah, say, assuming you finish factoring.
Write the insurance.
That's the method of writing this. I'm talking about the mode. Multiplication first or addition, subtraction first?
Multiplication.
Multiplication first. Right? Then followed by reflection. If any. Sometimes there is no reflection, like this one, there's no reflection inside, right? And specifically, maybe I should write specific instruction, because inside the parentheses will be a, if it is inside, if the negative sign is inside the parentheses, is it going to reflect against X or Y?
X.
X. Reflect on X-axis. So when multiplication is concerned, is whether it's compression or stretch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this will be horizontal.
Wait, if it's inside the parentheses, wouldn't it reflect across the y-axis, but change
Oh, yes,
it?
you are right. Yes, I'm changing the X. Y. Thank you, Kaylee. So if it's multiplication, is either horizontal compression or stretch. I'm squeezing everything. Maybe I should just kind of, I'm very good at squeezing things. Do you notice that? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Move this out of the way. Okay. So multiplication means it's horizontal, stretch, or compression, right? And then if you have a negative sign, it's reflection against, or rather reflect on the y-axis, because it's changing X value, okay? Then after that, you do shift addition, add or subtract. Add or subtract. So shift left or right. Okay, so notice that what we want to do is that we want to do what's inside the parentheses first, which is a natural thing to do if it's according to PEMDAS, yes? PEMDAS say parentheses, exponent, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. That's exactly what I'm doing. Parentheses, I'm going to start with parentheses, inside the parentheses, right? Inside the parentheses. And then when I'm inside the parentheses, I'm following this order. This order, yes? Multiplication, and then add or subtract, okay? Then when you finish everything inside the parentheses, you're going to move out of the parentheses, outside parentheses. Again, it will be multiplication. Okay, this will be vertical, stretch, or compress, followed by reflection on X-axis, followed by add or subtract, which will be shift up or down. if you write this order down, please have this order in your reference sheet because it's going to help you. This is after factoring coefficient of inside parentheses. Is this all over the place for you guys and you're confused, or are you able to follow it?
I can follow it.
Okay. Zach?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick? Kaylee and Alexa?
I'm good.
Okay. So when you are working on this, so if you have a coefficient on the x, you have to factor it out. When you factor it out, you factor everything inside the parentheses, okay? Then when you write the transformation, write it all down. These are your insurance to get as many points as possible, okay? Write out the according to the formula, what you're doing. Because you're doing this one first, you kind of turn a blind eye on this and just say it as f of 2 of x for now, right? Then when you're done with that, okay, you can reopen your eyes and look at this too, and then you write it this way. Okay, my biggest concern is that you get confused with this step 1 and step 2 because I already factor out. What happened to my +2? I only write f of 2x, and then here I have like everything comes back. Are you clear on step 1 and 2? Why I'm writing it like this in red?
Yes.
All good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my insurance. This is for me to check to make sure that I cover everything else, everything inside the equation. So when I'm done with the final transformation, I actually compare every single element of what I've written down for my final transformation with what is given. Are we good? Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. So this red is your insurance. Okay, I'm going to erase all of this. And I'm going to do domain and range. So if you want to have a screenshot, take a screenshot. Tell me you're ready to move on.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Thanks, Rudy.
all right. Okay, here goes. Here goes. I tell you, when I discovered this button, I was so happy. Okay, oops. All right, let's move this one down. Here. Okay. If you're given a domain and range, you do it the same way. So basically, you only deal with this number and this number, this number, and this number. Okay, this will be your y value. So basically, you have two coordinates to work with, right? This number coincide with this number. The second number coincide with the second number for both domain and range. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So first step. First one. It says here horizontal compress. I'm changing my X. So that means I'm changing my domain. I'm not changing my range, correct? So I'm going to write my domain, my range as the same. So my domain, my range stays the same. My domain changes where I will have to multiply the values by 1/2. So this is going to be 1/2. You want me to choose a different color? 1/2 X 7/2. Okay. Then the second one is I am changing X again. So my range stays the same, -2, Y, 3. Okay. And now my X multiply, my X -2. So this would be negative 3/2 X for 3/2. Okay. Then the third one changes Y. Oh, my X stays the same, -3/2 X 3/2. Now my domain changes times 5. So this will be -10 Y 15. Okay. Fourth one. Oh, my X stays the same, -3/2 X 3/2. My Y would be 10 Y -15. Then finally, Y again. Y +3, 13 Y 12. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Question? We did good on time today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Huh?
We're killing it.
I know, right? You were getting the hang of this. So, question.
I don't have any questions.
All right. Good.
Oh no, I have a kind of a personal question on the last page.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay, so you see how it says 13 is greater or equal to Y greater than or equal to -12?
Yeah. Did I make a mistake?
No, I was just
Oh.
wondering why is -12 greater than 30? Doesn't that not work?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, then you're gonna change your good catch. Thank you. Then you're gonna change this.
All right, perfect. Okay, that makes way more
Okay.
sense.
Good, good,
Wait,
good,
why
good,
do you
good
change
catch.
the direction of the sign?
Because why cannot, if 15 is definitely bigger than negative 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason. Remember when even when you solve for inequality, say for example, 1 minus x is less than, oh, I don't know what, like what? 2? Okay, then we say, oh, negative x is less than 1. Yes, but we want x to be without anything that is attached to it. So then we multiply negative 1 on both sides. Then it becomes x. And this is going to be negative 1. Yes,
Oh, okay.
right? And then we have to change the sign.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
Does
Okay.
that saying that like if negative 10 is greater than or equal to y?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Wait, I'm confused. That looks like it's saying that negative 10 is greater than 15.
So would all of them change or just a couple?
Yeah, wouldn't the
I-
negative
okay.
10 be the same,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
when you switch the
yeah,
sign?
yeah,
it
sorry.
changes?
Yeah, then
There,
now,
that's why I'm confused.
now that works, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Good catch, you guys. I was just happy adding it, subtracting.
So when you reflect it across any axis, it changes the notation pretty much?
Yes, it does. Because look, if I have the axis here, if my point is here and I reflect it to this side, what is positive becomes negative, but the same point, yes? Right?
Yeah.
Same thing. If it's negative and I switch over to this side, what's negative becomes the positive. Okay, similarly, if I switch this side, okay, so when I switch this side, what's positive is still positive, but what's negative is still negative for the x. But for the y, for the y value, this is for the x value, right? But for the y value, if it is a y value, if I switch the y value through x-axis, my y value will be a negative y. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about values here. The x stays the same, but the y value changes. If I switch this way, the x value changes, but the y value stays the same.
Awesome.
Yeah. But if you do it this way, you won't get confused with all those arrows. Then you don't have 2 points to deal with. If you do it this way, you specify what changes. I mean, don't you agree that once you write this down, when we actually do the working, okay, granted, this is inequality sign. Once we start moving things, like even with this one, if we start moving coordinates, we really don't need to look at this formula anymore, right? We just look at this. Oh, changes x. Okay, y stays the same. Oh, changes x again. Okay, all y stays the same. Oh, here changes y. Oh, now all x stays the same. You don't really need to think, because here is your recipe. Here is your direction. Here is for your checking, making sure that you don't miss anything out. This is your insurance. This is your step 1, step 2, step 3. What do you need to do? But keeping what this one tells you what is changing, therefore the other one stays the same. So really, when you do this, you really don't need to think that much, because you have all the instruction written down. Right? Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Yeah. So it looks like it's a little bit of more work, but oh, it's so worth it. This will be an easy 10 points. So I think I've covered all of chapter 6. Next week, I will not be covering chapter 6 anymore so that we have more time to do the rest, especially logarithm.
Okay, yesterday I meant to email you my name because I don't know how to change my you know, but yeah, that's me,
I
by
guess
the way.
as
My
much.
fault.
I guess as much by elimination, I think it was you, but I just want to mess with
Oh,
you.
great.
Okay. Logarithm property. Please write them all down neatly. If you have to, add an example. Exponential and radical property. Write them all down. Okay. What else? Step by step. Have your reference sheet ready. Today, prepare your reference sheet for your quiz, this week's quiz, okay? After that, prepare your reference sheet for next week. Don't wait until Thursday to do it, because next week when we come together, we're going to review. It'll be very helpful for you to have your reference sheet on the side, so then you know what is missing, what you need to add, or you're okay. Clean it up. Finish watching the videos. So now you know how to move a point, you know how to move a graph, you know how to move data table. I think I've covered everything. Am I missing anything? Even an odd function, use a formula to check. You only have 3. Because f of x is already given to you. Let me see, am I missing anything? For those of you who have finished watching the videos, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
No? I think I've got everything. So again, if they give you super easy if they give you super easy equation, don't forget how to do it, because we've been working with very hard equation, right? Big fat equations. Oh, let's try this. What if, I feel like Walcrats when I say that. I give you instruction and ask you to write equation. Let me write down. Let's start with the simple one. We have time. We have time. Okay, write the equation based on instructions. Okay, this is one equation. All right, so I'm going to say reflect on y-axis, then vertical stretch by factor of 2 and reflect on x-axis. This is one. Think about that. Start working on that one while I write the next one. Okay, ready? So we start with y equals to f of x, right? What we are changing is the function of f of x. This is our foundation. This is our base. What shall we do?
Would it be -2 f of -x?
What? Say again? Let's
What
do
if-
one at a time. Reflect on y-axis. We know reflection is represented by a negative sign, right? Where would your negative sign be?
In the parentheses?
In the parentheses. So for this one, I'll use straight. It'll be f of negative x, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Vertical stretch by factor of 2. Is this 2 going to be inside or outside the parentheses?
Outside.
Outside. So this is going to be 2f of negative x, yes?
Yeah.
And then reflect on x-axis.
So a negative outside.
Negative outside, 2f of negative x. So therefore, why am I putting so many parentheses? Okay, therefore, my y with all this transformation is going to look like -2f of negative x. You see how I build it up? I build one at a time, but I keep adding. I add. It's like you're making a layer cake, okay? A rainbow layer cake. You have your foundation, your base, you add, and you add, and you add, and voila, you have a rainbow layered cake. Okay, let's try the next one. Shift right 1.
+1. Just kidding. X -1.
How would I write it? Write it properly.
F of x -1.
X -1. Okay. Now this one has 2 instruction. I'm going to do one at a time. It says a horizontal stretch by a factor of 3.
So then in front of the x, it'd be 1/3.
How do I write?
So f of 1/3 x -1.
Like this? Or like that?
Second way.
A or B?
Okay.
I
Who
wrote
said
it
A?
as A, but
You wrote it as A?
yeah.
I would say do it this way. Because when you're shifting, it's already factored out, right? When you shift left or right, it's already a shift that is factored out. Correct? Because it is the f of x that I am shifting left or right. It is not the stretch one that I'm shifting in a way. So you just write it as what they're telling you. This is going to help you. Okay, this transformation thing is going to come up again in your next section. Next section, meaning to say that in the next 3 chapters, you're going to be doing trigonometry. You're going to be working with sine and cosine. All of this is going to come out again. Except now, it's not just a, whatever graph. Now you're specifically dealing with sine graph and cosine graph. All of this is going to come out again. So they're going to give you instruction like this. So just write it like that. Okay. So take B, don't take A. All right. Then now I have vertical stretch by 3. Zach,
Yeah.
try this.
Okay.
I keep catching you on the same one.
You said vertical stretch, but I don't see vertical stretch. I only see horizontal.
There, here, vertical stretch.
Oh, and vertical stretch. Okay.
Yes.
By
Oh, you got cut off.
is it by a factor of 3?
How?
So you're right. F. Wait, hold on. You're right. 3 f of 1/3 parentheses x minus 1. Then you're
Mhm.
that's your insurance.
Fabulous. Okay, good. Now this. Shift up 2. Kaylee.
You would do the 3 of F.
Work. Hello. Does this work?
times all of that plus 2
Mhm.
Hello.
outside the parentheses. Yeah.
Plus 2.
The
Good.
fuck.
Nick.
Not working. That should be. Yeah. There
Last
we
one.
go. What is up? What picture are you talking about? What the fuck's
Okay.
going on with Discord? Why is it all?
Alexa, you want to try? Oh, sorry.
Can you hear
Nick,
me?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, exactly. So -3 f of 1/3
Hello.
x minus 1 plus 2. So therefore, finally, your answer is going to be y equals to
Hello.
-3 f of 1/3 x minus 1 plus
Hello.
2.
I see you muted and deafened yourself, but
Okay?
I'm guessing you had
This
the
one
same
is fun.
problem I did when you joined.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing.
Is
1,
this even
2, 3,
Nick?
go.
When
Okay.
can I see you?
On
How do I get
time.
that picture. What?
Woohoo.
I can be disciplined. I actually covered pretty much everything that I want to cover.
You're typing.
So I will make the announcement for next week. Next week, we have a lot of repeat SI sessions, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just so that I can also study for my test on, I have the same exam on Friday because I'm taking calculus. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, overlapping time. So Monday, we have 2 sessions. Tuesday, we have 2 sessions. And Wednesday, we're going to fry our brain because we're going to have 3-hour session starting at 8:05. If you come in early on Wednesday and I haven't turned on my Zoom, don't go away. It just means that I'm still setting up. So wait, okay? Don't go away. All right, that's all I have for you today. I actually finished. Yay.
Yay.
Cool. Okay, so I shall see you on Monday. All the best for the quiz. If you have question, send me the question as soon as you're done. After next week, I shall see if, whether we have enough time. If not, I might kind of extend a little bit of hours here and there for all the regulars, and then we'll see what happens. So I'm going to say, have a good week. Enjoy your quiz.
Adios.
Adios.
Thanks, Annie.
Bye. Thank you so much for coming. Everybody sign in, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Annie,
What?
can I ask you a chemistry question?